Hello and you're very welcome to Abbottstown for this AIB All-Ireland Junior B Camogie final. It's Éire of Tyrone taking on St. Kevin's of Louth. Both teams will be out in the pitch for the last 10 minutes or so, just going through their final bits of a warm-up. It's a crisp enough afternoon here in Dublin. We're expecting this to be a decent game. Coming into today's game, Brian Brady, it's his first year in charge with St. Kevin's. His side came through the Louth Championship. They beat St. Bride's in the first round by 6 points, won 10 to 7 points. Then they played Maddock Rangers in round 2, beating them by 6 points, and then playing the same side again in the county final, beating them by 14 points to 3. So an 11-point win for them there in the Louth senior final. They then went into the Leinster campaign, taking on Glenalley of Wicklow, beating them by 4 points, before beating Satanta of Carlow by 14 points in the Leinster final. And then finally they beat Pádraig Pearse of Roscommon the last day out. A big win from there in that one as well. They beat them by 19 points, 4-10 to 3 points is how that one finished. That's how the Louth champions St. Kevin's got here today. Going over and having a look at Éire, Charraig Mhór, the Tyrone champions, of course. They won the intermediate championship in Tyrone, beating Kevin Barry's 1-9 to 1-5, a 4-point win, the club's first ever intermediate title. Then in the Ulster semi-final they took on Crosserlock, beating them 12 points to 2-4, so a 2-point win after being 3 points down at half time. That seems to be a bit of a thing they're doing at the moment, Éire, because then in the Ulster final against Derrynoose, 2-8 to 1-10 is how that finished. So a 1-point win for Éire, but it didn't take the lead in that game till the very last minute. They were down by 4 at half time, took the lead in the last minute and went on to win. And then the last day out in the All-Ireland semi-final, they beat Father Murphy's 10 points to 3, so a 7-point win there. If you're new to both these teams looking out there, it's Éire are in the black and amber, and it's St. Kevin's who are in the predominantly red, so they'll be wearing red and black. So it's Éire, as we were looking on your screen there, to our left, and Éire to our right. They're just going through the last few formalities. We're going to be meeting the referee. He'll be getting introduced to the Camogie president, who is here there. Brian Malloy is there in the middle. He'll be introduced to both sets of players, to the referee, to the umpires and everyone else. This one is due to throw in at 12:45. We might be slightly behind schedule now looking at what's going on out there, but we will be here live with all the action on the Camogie YouTube channel. My name is Paul Jenkins and I'll be describing the action for the next couple of hours or so. So both sets of players are out there. They're both eager to get going with this one. Coming into this one, Éire, they completed a 6 in a row. Actually, as we're looking at camera-wise, we'll stick with St. Kevin's. So looking at St. Kevin's, they're kind of rolling of honour into this one. They're the Louth County champions. They have 10 of them to their name. They have won titles in 96, 2006, 94, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2024 and 2025. They're a one-club model, so they're in the GA and the Camogie and the LGFA. Indeed, are all in together. 26 of the players out there for St. Kevin's are dual players, 26 of the 31 on the panel, and 11, believe it or not, on the panel there today are involved with the club's minor footballers who have qualified for the county final. It was due to be played this weekend actually, but it has been pushed off to next week, so it could be a huge couple of days in St. Kevin's GA history and LGFA and Camogie history, no doubt. But looking at Éire, then they come into this one, they're top, believe it or not, of the Roll of Honour hurling wise. Camogie wise, they're doing pretty good too. They have just completed a huge turnaround there for them. I think it's 6 in a row they have coming into this one. And also, actually, just staying on their hurling team for a second, they'll be playing in the Intermediate Hurling Championship next weekend against Turin of Mayo. That's in the hurling intermediate competition. So they have their Camogie players out and their hurlers out this late in the season. Means they're going pretty well. They competed in the Armagh League last year, which brought them on an awful lot, they were telling me during the week. And last year they did win the Tyrone Junior Championship. That was their 6th year in a row winning that one, as I said. And we see Brian Malloy there just going through the two teams there, meeting the players before they're ready to engage in battle for this All-Ireland Junior B final. Cold afternoon here in Dublin, as you can see the breeze blowing from right to left as we are looking at it. So the all-important coin toss will tell a lot in this game and will dictate the play, we imagine, a huge amount in the first 30 minutes or so. Neither side has ever played in an All-Ireland final, so history is about to be made for both these sides. Brian now moving on to meet the St. Kevin's side. St. Kevin's have joint captains, Gemma Murphy, who will be wearing number 8, and Roisin Maguire, who you see on your screen there, wearing number 9. It's also the club secretary, believe it or not, a farmer by trade, as she introduces the players to the president. Everyone seems to be fairly jovial and in good form. A little bit cold, as you can see out there, but they're all excited as well as everything else, and they're ready to get going here again. St. Kevin's are managed by Brian Brady, as I said, his first year in charge. He's also a hurling, football and camogie referee, and he has won hurling and camogie championships in Monaghan, Armagh, Louth and Cavan. So a man who is well distinguished. In saying that, so too is Declan Sherlock, the Éire manager. It's his 4th year in charge. The Burr from County Offaly native. He has won 2 Tyrone Junior titles, 1 Tyrone Intermediate, as well as a host of other honours, as well as been involved with the Tyrone County team a couple of years ago, and he won the Nancy Murray title with them. As a player, of course, he was involved with that Offaly team of 1986 that won the All-Ireland Minor Hurling title. Decent crowd here in Abbottstown. Very good crowd even, I should say. The stand here is full. The stand holds somewhere between 400 and 500, we're guessing, and it is full to capacity. The capacity crowd here will definitely let themselves be known as this broadcast continues. So keep an ear out for that. We're probably a bit closer to the St. Kevin's crowd at the moment, so we'll see how that impacts our broadcast, but we're hoping for a good game. Both sets of teams just meeting each other, and we're getting closer to throwing. The match referee here today is Carl Collins of Galway. He'll be the man in charge of these things. Just as a point of order, if this one finishes level after the 60 minutes, it goes straight to a replay, which will be after Christmas. So no extra time, no penalties, no nothing like that here today. If it finishes level after the 60 minutes, we'll be doing it all again. But both sets of players, both sets of supporters, everyone else will be hoping they get the job done here today, and we'll be able to celebrate over the Christmas. St. Kevin's was founded back in 1979 by Alice Brennan and Margaret McArdle, who are both in attendance here today, as well as Bernadette McCabe. Margaret's granddaughter, in fact, is in goals for St. Kevin's, Tara Riley. Now we are due to have Aran Naveen any moment now, and I think if we listen carefully we might be about to hear it, and here we go. So we'll pause for Aran Naveen. Formalities nearly over here. The last minute instructions will be given by both sets of management teams before this one throws in. As we said, it was due to throw in at 12:45, 12:48 now, so slightly behind schedule, but once we get going here we won't feel the time flying by. Both umpires going down to their positions. We see Éire there on our screen getting their last minute instructions. Incidentally, we'll quickly run through the teams. St. Kevin's have 3 changes from the match programme that we'll get to in a minute, but we'll start with Éire. They line out as per programme, as we have it anyway. Tara Hawes in goals, Niwan Nyongal is corner back, Emma Cott-Gallagher is in full back, and Eve Kerr is in the other corner. Back line is Blonnet Kerr, Roisha Kerr and Orla McElduff. Their midfield is Sorcha Gormley and Ciara Clark, and their forwards are number 10 Leanne McKiernan, Niamh McElduff and Aveen Daly, the joint captain. And then their inside line is Nessa McElroy, Michaela Daly and Kate Hughes. Looking at St. Kevin's, as I said, there's 3 changes there. 2 of them in the full back line. But in goals for them, we have Tara Riley. 2 Taras in goals, actually. Tara in goal for both sides. Tara Riley in goal for St. Kevin's. Full back line there, the first change is Quiva Mason is replaced by number 17, Caroline Logue. 3 is Leah Cunningham, and number 16, Lily Harter, is in place of number 4, Mary Lynch. The half back line is Aoife Gregory, number 6 is Clara Cunningham, and number 7 is Aoife Carroll. The midfield for them then is Gemma Murray, the joint captain, joined by number 9, Roisin Maguire, who's the other joint captain. St. Kevin's forwards there at number 10 Lucy Sheridan, 11 Grania Murray and 12 Amy Murray. Their inside line is number 13 Katie Matthews, 14 Grace King, and number 20 Sophie Cunningham comes in there replacing number 15 Quiva Cunningham. So it looks like we're nearly ready to go here. As I said, match referee today is Carl Collins. He's looking to drop the ball here on this All-Ireland Junior B Camogie final, sponsored by AIB 2025 edition. And he's about to drop the ball just as the backroom team and subs and other officials come off the field. So we're nearly ready to go here, just making sure everything in place. And it looks like it is going to be Éire who are playing with that breeze, and it's a stiff breeze in that first half, and they will be the ones playing with that for the first 30 minutes or so. The ball is in, the game is on, away we go with the All-Ireland Junior B final of 2025. It's Tyrone against Louth, the black and amber against the red. Fighting for this one, as I expect the opening few minutes of this one are going to be keenly fought. And it's the Kevins who are on to this one to go down to that. That's Aoife Gregory fighting for that one. She manages to get it in as far as Grania Murray. Murray hand passes that one backward. There's a bit of space to Maguire. Maguire sends that into the forwards. It's bouncing around, but it is well defended in the end by Éire. First time today we see a bit of defending. That one is left down maybe 30 yards down the field. Fighting for that one, but Éire have won it. They're trying to work it across the field there. That looked like it was Daly. Daly was half blocked there, and it's nicely taken down by Maguire. Now Maguire shortens up the grip of the hurley, plays it infield where there is a bit of space. That one is nicely gathered by Cunningham. Cunningham goes across the field in as far as Lucy Sheridan. Now Lucy Sheridan has it. She just maybe needed too many touches, and she is dispossessed. The Éire defence looking tight at the moment, as that one is cleared by Clark, but she's half blocked. The clearance doesn't go as far as she would have liked. Clara Cunningham now picking it up. Cunningham has it. Two players around her, hands on her back. She goes to ground. The referee says play on. Ball is still over there to be fought for. Bit of a ruck forming. 6 and 7 players involved in this, and the Kevins have it again. Driving down the field, ball on the stick. Good use of the hurley there. The ball does go to ground. Still fighting for this one. Still over there by the flag. We can see over there McElroy fighting for that one for Éire. A couple other players involved in that one as well. Who's going to come up for? Right out by the sideline now. Just about kept in, but Éire have it, and they're able to clear their lines. That is a big clearance in the end. It goes maybe 50, 60 yards down inside the 45. And it looks like Kevin's have it, and they're fighting for it over there as well. And their full back who looks good over there is Leah Cunningham, and she clears that, trying to get it on to Gemma Murray. Gemma doesn't get it. It's nicely caught. That looks like Niamh McElduff. She's going forward now, ball on the stick, still going strong, up to the edge of the arc, looking to get the shot away, looking to get the opening score of today's game. But unfortunately for her, that goes to the right and wide. So 2 minutes gone here, and it is no score. That is the first shot in anger in today's All-Ireland Junior B final. Murray now out in front of this for Kevins, and a big St. Kevin's crowd here like that one. She plays on to Aoife Gregory. Aoife is dispossessed, and it looks like Blonnet Kerr is fighting for that one. Blonnet goes down on top of that one. A couple of players go down on top of that one. The referee having a look at it, letting it develop to see what happens. It eventually is kicked clear, and away they come. Éire, the women from Tyrone, and that's Circa Gormley. She plays that down into the attacking zone, trying to get it down top of Hughes. Hughes fighting for that one. Hughes doesn't get it just yet. 2-on-2 ball over there now. A couple of players come into it, and eventually the referee decides it is a free out. A free out for St. Kevin's. So a chance for the players maybe to catch their breath. Just inside 3 minutes here. And the great facilities we have here in Abbottstown. On the back pitches there, you might see in your shot there, Armagh and Kildare were having a challenge game earlier this morning. We see a few planes taken off not too far from Dublin Airport as well, of course. But Kevin's get going again. That one just wouldn't stick there. And possession is lost momentarily, but Éire have it back again, and that one is sent back into the danger zone. But there's no girl in black and amber in there, and St. Kevin's are able to come away with that again. Ball on the stick, driving out of her defence, looking for support, doesn't get it though. That was Caroline Logue, gives it on as far as Grania Murray. Grania tries to go down on that, but Blonnet Kerr again is back there. But Kevin's have it back again, runs into a bit of traffic and is dispossessed. Ball still there to be fought for on the ground. Oh, nice roll lift there by Sophie Cunningham, but she loses out in the end now. That's Circa Gormley. Circa goes to ground, and there is going to be a free in just there between the 45 and the 65, and it is a chance for Éire to launch an attack from here. But there is a St. Kevin's player down injured, so we will pause for that while a bit of attention comes on for her. So 4 minutes into this one, it's our first real injury. It looks like get a better look who that is maybe in a minute, but she seems to be fairly okay. We see Ciara Clark discarding the helmet there, making sure everyone is okay, and she is up and she's able to go on. Now a chance for Aoibhinn Daly, the joint captain of her side. Here goes Aoibhinn, 12 on her back. She got 6 points in the Ulster final, 3 of them from frees. Can she open her account in the All-Ireland final? Yes, she can. We talk about it at all levels of GA, camogie, ladies football, everything else, the importance of a free taker who's able to just pull over those crucial frees, and that's exactly what Aoibhinn did there. 1 point to no score, now her side lead. And they're on the attack again, far side of the field, working this one. They managed to pick it up. That looks like Daly again. She got a point from a free a minute ago. This time she's forced out over the line, and it is a line ball far side of the field for St. Kevin's. So St. Kevin's have been under a little bit of pressure for the last few minutes. So far side of the field, decent sideline puck there, went about 30 yards, still over the far side of the field, and the Kevins have it again, and they're going strong here, up to the 45, looking for to get the shot away, steadying herself. Oh, she was blocked. That was Amy Murray with the shot. She was well blocked though by the Éire defence that stood strong there, and that one has helped on. Again turned over. That looks like it's Aoife Carroll fighting for that one. Aoife's there getting a bit of help from Katie Matthews, but again it comes out. Just Éire seem to be winning the breaks. Just things are going their way at the moment. That's Leanne Kernan, the Tyrone ladies footballer, of course. Oh, that was a big one. Oh, and the ball, it was an accident. The ball struck the face, I think, of Ciara Clark. Ciara, we'll just see it again here on the replay. Ciara gave it, she was full blooded about this. It was just coming up in a second's time. Ciara went for this one, it just struck her there on the face. That'll just take the wind out of her for a second, but she'll be okay to get up and play on. As I say, the referee will just throw in the ball here once the attention has been provided. It's in fact Roisha Kerr who's actually got the ball into the face. Roisha wearing number 6. Then black and amber vertical stripes, difficult to see the numbers on. But that is number 6, Roisha Kerr, who's also involved with the Tyrone County team this year. A big player for this side. Her sister Blonnett's there beside her wearing number 5. And her other sister there, Eve, is in at number 4. So she's up and she's ready to go. And as we said, it gets started again with a throw in. Still 1 point to no score in favour of Éire, Charraig Mhór of Tyrone. The ball is to be fought for again between the two 65s. Who's it going to come out for? It looks like the Kevins have it, but at the last minute it's turned over. Still there, still kicking. Not giving up on this either side. Again, I think the referee said, I've seen enough of this, I'm going to throw it in again. Ask the players to take a step back, as it is going to be thrown in again. Again, now this time it comes away to Aoife Gregory. Aoife got 2-1 in the county final. This time she hand passed into a bit of space. That was Grania Murray. She looked across, gives it on to Gemma Murray. Now Gemma has it on the second attempt. Gemma goes past her player. Still Gemma, ball on the stick, up to the 45, plays it inside, getting it on to Amy Murray. Amy lost her footing there at the vital moment, and it just gives a chance for Éire to capitalise on that, and they're able to drive it down to the other end of the field, where it's up to Caroline Logue to defend there for St. Kevin's. And they've done well again, running out there all the defence, holding on to it. Caroline Logue, she was half almost hooked there with her hand pass. Bit of physicality there. It's Maguire now on the ball for St. Kevin. She goes and plays that one into a central position. There might be a chance here. Can they get something on this? Oh, that was a good ball to Matthews. Matthews had got into a good area of the field, so it was eventually spotted. Now there's a chance for Lucy Sheridan. Lucy's well blocked down. Circa Gormley was brave there. She got in there, blocking Lucy Sheridan down, and Éire are able to go again. We've seen some big, brave tackles in this game already. We've only played 8.5 minutes. Kicking that one clear there is the Éire defence, and they've worked it up as far as Aoibhinn Daly. Aoibhinn is fouled, brought down just over the 65, and she'll probably stand up and take this herself. Aoibhinn, good run from her, got the ball in the stick, just drove and was pushed over in the end, just shy of that 65 line. And as I said, she's going to stand up and take this herself. As I said, she got 6 in the Ulster final. She got 4 the last day out in the All-Ireland semi-final. All of them from placed balls. She's already got 1 today. This is a nice distance out, but she does have the breeze at her back. That one is going to drop slightly short. It's in around the house. Oh, it takes a bit of a deflection. Look, and it's gone over the bar. We'll see that maybe on the replay again. I think that may have come off someone's helmet and gone over the bar. We'll see that maybe back in a second. So we watch it here. She went down on it, hit it in. Oh yeah, it definitely came off of Kevin's number 7's helmet there. Aoife Carroll almost headed that over the crossbar. But it is 2 points to no score in favour of Charraig Mhór. We will give that as a free to Aoibhinn Daly, even though the last connection, as I said, was off Aoife Carroll's helmet. It's not something you see every day at any level of sport. But Éire Óg have won it back. Nicely hand passed back outside to Niamh Dungal. She sends it in long. Oh, she was trying to feed Michaela Daly. Michaela doesn't get it, but it still might be a bit of danger back there. The Kevins have to defend here, heading out towards the corner flag, and she's half blocked down. Still a bit of danger here. Still fighting for this one. Deep inside that Éire Óg attacking zone. Trying to go down on this one, committing players to it. It's going to come up. It has come up. That looks like it was McElduff. Niamh McElduff. She's been a lot of pressure being put on her there by Clara Cunningham. And out of this comes, that looks like it's McElduff right on the end line. She needs a bit of support. Has she got support? She doesn't need the support. She's still going strong, but she's eventually dispossessed. It was just strength in numbers back there. Gemma Murray got her body in there, got to Hurley in there and turned her over. Not a brilliant clearance though, comes back outside. This looks like it's Circa Gormley. Circa sends that one in. I think she was thinking about a score. It did drop short. The ball is still there, still a bit of danger. And digging that one out is the St. Kevin's full back line there, driving out there, and that one is cleared. I think that might have been Caoimhe Mason, who I didn't think was starting in this game, but either way we might have a look at that a little bit later on. That's Nessa McElroy. She helps that one on. Still Éire Óg holding on to this one. Back outside, this one is coming in long, dropping. Oh, hands go for it. It is still there, still to be fought for. And again, it was Clara Cunningham in the right place at the right time to clear that one, trying to hit Aoife Gregory, who's come back to the field to try and get involved in this one a little bit more. But it's Éire Óg who have it again. Still driving forward. That one looks like it's Aoibhinn Daly again. Aoibhinn Hurley's come in again. Good defending there by Clara Cunningham, but it has popped up there, and that's a shot for Leanne Kiernan. Again, it drops in around the full back line where Leah Cunningham goes down on that. Leah's involved with the Loud Camogie team as well. But again, the clearance goes right down the neck of an Éire Óg player, and they're able to start the attack again. Down comes across the field. This is Daly again. Daly, ball on the stick, looking strong. Goes with a shot. Is she about to get her opening score from play? Yes, she is. She has 3 now. 2 from frees and 1 from play. The real injection of speed there by Daly. Came out in front of her player, went past, that's the 45 line, went over the 40 line, up to the edge of the new 2-point arc, the football arc, and struck it over the bar. Good score from her, and she has been impressive in the opening 12 minutes or so of this game. And now St. Kevin's, they need to get into this game, yet to get a score, but now driving forward. Is there a score on here? That one is left in. That was Aoife Gregory, left it inside, trying to hit Lucy Sheridan. Lucy doesn't get it though, but she might get on the second attempt. Lucy there on the edge of the break now. Lucy has it. Lucy, a couple of players around her. Ball gone to ground again for Lucy. Oh, but she's just out-muscled. Too many players back there, and that looks like it was Orla McElduff in the end who cleared that, but it wasn't a brilliant clearance. There might be a second bite of the cherry. This is Amy Murray now. Amy has it, coming in from an angle, needs a bit of support, plays it inside. That looks like it's Lucy Sheridan again. Lucy is blocked, so an Éire Óg defence are on top at the moment. Still there. Again, Éire Óg look like they've won it back, and they have won it back. That's Gormley again, Circa Gormley. Her father Brian was part of that Tyrone team that won the Ulster title back in 1995. They of course went on to play in the All-Ireland final, losing out to Dublin that day. That one is across the field, and Éire Óg have won it back again around the centre of the field. Again, good strong running, something we've seen plenty of in this game so far. That was Leanne McKiernan. She is dispossessed. It's still there. Still there. Both sides don't want to take a step back in this one. They want to win it back. That was Gemma Murray, the joint captain, and Club PRO had the ball there. She's dispossessed, but Clara Cunningham has it now. Clara has to go backwards to go forwards, but she is fouled in the end, and it is going to be a free out. If you're late joining us, St. Kevin's are playing into a strong breeze in this first half, so Éire Óg will want to put as many scores as they can. Is what they'll be feeling at the moment. There's the free, so definitely a push. And now we go again down to the far end of the field. That's Lucy Sheridan is the target there in the yellow helmet. Lucy has it. Her sister Sally's also on the panel, but she's just knocked off the ball there. The clearance isn't brilliant though. It goes out over the line, and it is going to be a line ball that gets us going again for Éire. Sent that up along the line, holding on possession here are the Tyrone champions. Oh, nicely taken, not even getting the ball in the hand, just let fly, sends it down into the full back line, full forward line, whatever you like to call it, whichever your perspective is at the moment. But again, it's Clara Cunningham, the number 6 for Kevins, who has it. She's able to go with the ball on the stick now as well. Things open up for her. She has a few options ahead of her. She just maybe took her eye off the ball, was trying to decide what to do with it, and the ball goes out of play in the end and out for a line ball. So we approach the halfway mark of this first half. That one is sent down along the line. The angle is pretty narrow down there. Oh, what a dispossession. There might be a chance here for Aveen Daly out by the corner flag. Difficult angle. Looking for a fourth of the day. The angle was too tight in the end and it goes wide. So Aveen Daly, the only scorer in today's final so far, but the referee was playing advantage, so we are going to come back. That is why Aveen decided to take that on. Knew it was a free shot, if you will, and now she has a chance to go again. Again, the angle isn't brilliant. She does have the breeze, as we've mentioned a few times. Éire, Charraig Mhór do have the breeze in this first half. She's got 2 frees and 1 from play so far. One of those frees that went over was helped when it came off the helmet of Edie for Carroll of St. Kevin's and went over. But here goes Aveen. Aveen goes across the goal. Trying to keep it in there was Michaela Daly, but it does go out and wide in the end. And the score remains 3 points to no score in favour of Éire, Charraig Mhór. So Tara Riley about to puck this one out. Loud under 16 player. That one is batted back. Nice bat back there by Blonnett's Care. Putting her side on the front foot again. Not coming up too easy for anyone, but now it eventually is dug out. Nicely played out to Sorcha Gormley. Sorcha goes, plays it over the top. Brilliant bit of skill. Can she finish? Can she finish? Can she what? What a goal by Sorcha Gormley. Got the ball, threw it up over her opponent's head, gathered it again, bore down and goals, and absolutely led her into the back of the net. Watch it again. Watch this piece of skill when Sorcha gets it here. A nice pass outside there from Kernan. And now watch it. She throws it up over the defender's head, gathers it again in plenty of time and space. Then only had one thing on her mind. She was thinking goal. Went past one more player for striking to the back of the net. And nothing at all Tara Riley could do in the goals. A goal for Sorcha Gormley that we will see time and time again. What a finish for her. And a goal of the quality that befits an All-Ireland final. 1-3 now her side lead to no score. That will give her side a huge lift in around there. But St. Kevin's are down on that one, and that's Sophie Cunningham. She's able to clear that up the line. They'll want to get a score quickly. They'll want to recover from conceding that goal in the last few minutes. They're able to send it up the line, maybe about 20 yards, but Éire have won this one. Coming across the field is the goal scorer again, Sorcha Gormley again. Sorcha again puts the shoulder down and drives forward. She's got pace, she's got skill, has she got accuracy, shooting from about 40 metres out. On this occasion it goes to the left and wide. Her confidence is definitely through the roof after that last goal. And it'll be up to the St. Kevin's players to try and knock that out of her, but at the moment, every time she gets the ball, she puts the head down and goes for that goal. Sent out far side of the field, not won cleanly. Now St. Kevin's have it. Now maybe they can build on something. They've been under pressure for the last 7 or 8 minutes. Now they've driven forward here. Really good run coming across. Is there a shot on here up to the edge of that 40 metre arc? The shot is coming in. She's not happy. I think she knew straight away. It was a really good run by Amy Murray. The crowd here applaud it. They applaud her effort. But you could see even from her reaction, she knew that was going wide the moment it left her stick. But a good run from Amy Murray all the same. Now speaking of good runs, it's the other number 12, Aveen Daly, who goes in front of us here. Sends that down along the line. Not the best striking in the world, and it's easy for the St. Kevin's defence there. Through Caroline Logue to clear that. Nicely taken on the back stick there, on the back foot I should say, by Sorcha Gormley. Her pass isn't brilliant though, it's nicely cut out by Maguire. Maguire goes across the field. There is a bit of space over here if St. Kevin's can exploit it, if they can get on the ball. They're trying to send that inside. Just couldn't get on the ball there though. And Éire have it again. Half a hook coming in there, but it works out really well there for Roisin Maguire again. Here goes Roisin. Roisin going forward here, needs a bit of support, plays the ball inside. She was trying to hit Lucy Sheridan, doesn't get it though. And again Éire are just throwing their players into the right positions. Half a hook there, now it has come out. Still fine for the Éire Óg. Have won it back again on the second attempt through Blonnett's care. Here goes Blonnett. There's a bit of pressure being put on her. She managed to get it on as far as Niamh McElduff. Niamh plays that one on again as far as Sorcha Gormley, but she's overturned. Nice work there from, I think it was Clara Cunningham who came across there and made things difficult. Kevin's still fighting for this one, but it is Éire Óg who have it back, and they're on the attack and they're able to go forward again. This looks like Aoibhinn Daly. Aoibhinn going strong here. 3 points today, plays inside, really good vision into the unmarked Niamh McElduff. She puts it in. This one is dangerous. It's bouncing, it's hopping. Oh, it's got into the back of the net. It was a dangerous ball. It went all the way across. Just showed too much of it there to the Éire Óg striker, and she put it into the back of the net. You just watch it here again as a dangerous looping ball in. Comes across, bobbled a few times, just sat up there lovely. I think it was Leanne Kiernan there, the number 10, who eventually did put her into the back of the net. She was just sniping around there, the far side of the field, and strikes it home. So another goal for the Tyrone champions. Leanne McKiernan, a former Tyrone county player, and you could tell there she had that striker's instinct to just be able to tap that one into the back of the net in the end. Ball left over again to the far side of the field. Against Éire Óg, who have won it, and they're able to send it back to where it came from. Bouncing around over there, that's Niamh McElduff. She has it. The ball goes out of play first. Line ball, far side of the field now. We see the goal score there. Leanne McKiernan in shot with the blue helmet. I think she may have been the intended target in the end, but Clara Cunningham has it now. Clara gets things going. She sends it up along the line. But it doesn't go really to this intended target, and again it's gone out of place. So we're going to get going again with a line ball. So we have about 9 minutes left of normal time in this first half. As we've said a few times already, Éire Óg do have a strong breeze assisting them in this first half. So Kevin's will have hope in that second half. And as we said a few times as well, they have come from behind in a few games already this year. But so to have Éire Óg. And it's Éire Óg who are back on the ball again through Sorcha Gormley. Sorcha going with it, then the other just dancing out of trouble, looking for a bit of support, but she doesn't get it this time, and she's turned over. St. Kevin's have it, they just don't have the numbers there to pick up the scraps on that one, but good work there, just stopping the clearance. Good work there, looked like Grania Murray stopping the clearance, but it's back now with Éire Óg again, half hooked. Chance might still be there for Blonnet Care, still going strong. She does lose the ball in the end, it has gone to ground. And St. Kevin's have it back through Aoife Gregory. She sends it in, looking for Lucy Sheridan. She was behind her player, hoping the ball had come through, and it didn't come through in the end. It was nicely battered away by Orla McElduff. Touch of a high tackle there. Referee says play on. This is Roisin Maguire. Roisin sends that down towards Lucy Sheridan again. Is it going to stay in? It is. Lucy has it now. She's out by the sideline under a bit of pressure there, but she has won the ball. Now plays it inside, back to Roisin Maguire. Now Roisin Maguire, 3 players stand her up, but she's still going strong. Referee's having a look at this, he's playing on. Roisin has actually gone down off camera there. Was winded by that last bit of attack. Now Gemma Murray, the other midfielder, has it. She plays that back outside. There might be something on here. Chance of a score here. Is this Clara Cunningham? She sends it in. Dropped short there around the penalty spot. So there is still danger. Fine for that one was Caoimhe Mason. And even though I may have said her at the start, Caoimhe Mason is definitely out there. I think we were told that she wouldn't start, but she seems to be out there. She's playing in a fairly forward role. But now we will pause as Roisin Maguire, who's involved in a run there maybe 2 minutes or so ago, was winded through a tackle, but she's over there now getting a bit of attention. With about 7 minutes left of this first half, Éire Óg 2-3, St. Kevin's no score. Just to recap on the scores there for you. Éire Óg, their 3 points coming from Aoibhinn Daly, 2 from frees and 1 from play. One of those frees incidentally came off the head of the number 7 for St. Kevin's and went over the bar. And Sorcha Gormley got a goal, the first goal for Éire Óg, the second goal then from Leanne McKiernan. So everyone is up, everyone is ready to go again. It looks like, actually there's an Éire Óg player there on her haunches, but she's up as well. So I think we're going to start with a throw in. Everyone is up in the St. Kevin's crowd here, trying to just G up their side. But it's been all Éire Óg really in the opening 23 odd minutes of this game. And it's Éire Óg who are on the ball again. That looked like Ciara Clark. She's dispossessed. Now there might be a chance for Kevin's. They'd love to at least get one score from this attack. Now coming across the field, Maguire has it. She's surely been held. The referee says play on. Still Maguire. The goal's open up for her, and Maguire knocks that over the bar. She has looked threatening. She had a couple of shots earlier in this half, and now she gets a reward with a point, and the St. Kevin's faithful cheered that one home all the way for their joint captain Roisin Maguire. Just took it out there on the stick and put it over the bar when she had a bit of space, and that seems to have G'd up her travelling supporters. Here's Clara Cunningham now. Clara puts that one in as well, but it was half blocked, and Éire Óg have won it back. Short little hand pass. Éire Óg with the breeze for the remaining 6 minutes or 5 minutes or so of this first half. And again, you can see the confidence St. Kevin's have got from that score from Roisin Maguire. They're defending well, just as I said, although that was kicked to Blonnet Care. Blonnet tries to go down, that so too does Aveen Daly. Aveen loses it. St. Kevin's have it back now, and that would have sent in over the top, trying to get on to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham's been well marshalled though. She manages to hit that one out. Still Sophie fighting for this one as well. But Éire Óg are able to run this out. Oh, intelligent play. Thought about going one way, then the other way. That's Circa Gormley again. Aveen Daly throws herself into that. So too do a couple of the St. Kevin's players. But look, it has eventually been won by Éire Óg. But as I said, it's been turned over again. Roisin Maguire has it back. A real topsy-turvy game out there at the moment. No team owning possession. Aveen Daly eventually finishes the clearance and drives it down, but it looks like Leah Cunningham is the favourite to get to this one. Michaela Daly is in there though, but Cunningham does really well. Great piece of skill there to get it away from her marker. Sets it up to Clara Cunningham, and now Clara can go again. A bit of an indecision there between the Éire Óg midfielders, and it gives the St. Kevin's players a chance to attack that one. That's exactly what they did. But it's back to Nestle McElroy. She plays that one on. In as far as one of the goal scorers there, Leanne McKiernan. Leanne has two players come to shut her down, so there must be a spare player inside, she must be thinking. She plays into Kate Hughes. Hughes doesn't manage to control it, and looks like St. Kevin's have won it back. That one hopped up nicely. It hopped up nicely there for Lily Carter, but she has been dispossessed, and this one is coming in. It was always a difficult angle from there, and it has gone wide. So about 3.5 minutes left in the first half. The ball is in the hands of Tara Riley, first year on the panel. She was player of the match in the minor and senior leagues earlier in the year, playing out the field, playing as a forward, so a real versatile player is Tara Riley. She drives it out there around the 45. Éire Óg again fighting for this one with the Pats, or St. Kevin's I should say. Roisin Maguire put a kick in there, trying to get the ball up. It doesn't come up for her, unfortunately, from her point of view. Goes all the way back to McElroy. Far side of the field, that's Leanne McKiernan. She plays it across. There's a 3-on-1 ball in there, and you would fancy the 3, and that's exactly what has happened. Clara Cunningham wins that one and sends it out, but it's nicely taken there by Clark. Ciara Clark puts it on. There might be danger here if Éire Óg can get the shot away. Oh, really good block. Still there, the second bite of the cherry possibly coming for Éire Óg. Just moving it outside, getting a better angle on this. Turning with the shot. Oh, that was a dangerous one, but really well read by Tara Riley. Michaela Daly lofted one in, but Tara Riley came out, batted that one clear, and then she finishes the clearance. And St. Kevin's would love to get something out of that. Inspirational bit of goalkeeping, but it's Circa Gorman who has it as well. We saw her do a really inspirational piece of play earlier on, and look at her go again. Sends the player one way, looking for a return, getting the return. Now she's up to the 40-metre arc. She's taking this one on. It's going to drop short. Tara Riley was behind that, followed that the whole way in, and does well to clear that out to one of her defenders. Oh, it doesn't stick there. There might be a chance to go again for Éire Óg. Again, Kevin's defending well there, committing 3 and 4 players to that little ruck, and they look like they have managed to win it out here. But the clearance was blocked down, just finding it hard to get out of their own half back line at the moment. Are St. Kevin's, just due to the work rate of Éire Óg, and now that one is nicely played on to Aoife Gregory. Aoife is trying to hit Grania Murray there, slightly too far for Grania, and it's won back by Éire Óg again. Oh, just as I said it though, St. Kevin's have turned it over. Still fighting for that one. Sophie Cunningham involved in this one. Nidungale sends that one into the corner forward position. It's gone past Leah Cunningham. It's still there though. There still might be a chance. This is Aveen Daly. Aveen Daly turning on a sixpence. Is she accurate? She's not. It's gone to the left and wide. So the scoreboard remains unchanged as we come into the last minute of normal time in this first half. 2-3 for Éire Óg, 1 point for St. Kevin's. Sophie Cunningham had to hurley up there. She was calling for that one from Tara Riley. Tara tried to hit her, and it has worked out as a way they come here through Lily Carter. Here goes Lily. She's been given a bit of time and space, and she drives into that space, sends that one in, then the ball. Not sure if it went to the intended target, but Grania Murray makes it hers. Grania fighting for this one. 2 players converging around her. The ball has just gone to ground. And now they have it again. This is Caroline Logue, I should have said, who ran up the line there. Across the field now, where there is a bit of space. But Amy Murray is there for St. Kevin's. She's gone in, shortens up with the grip on the hurley. Oh, it's got into the back of the net. That was not the intention, I don't think. But it doesn't matter as it ends up in the back of the net. And we have game on here with about 15 seconds left of normal time in the first half. Just picked it up there. Fancied her chances, saw the goalie was up her line, and Amy Murray sends that one high into the top corner. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of normal time. And you can listen to the St. Kevin's crowd here. They've really been buoyed on by that goal from Amy Murray. Just lofted that one into the top corner. 2-3 now to 1-1. It puts a completely different complexion on the scoreboard, and she's on the ball again. The referee says there's a foul over there this time. There's been very few frees, in fairness, in this first half. Game has really been let flow. But we have one now, and I imagine Éire will want to just steady themselves after conceding that goal. But St. Kevin's want the complete opposite. They'll want to put the hammer down now and try and get a few more scores as they feel they have the advantage. But they've only 1 more minute left of this second half. So Éire have the chance to clear this one. Sent in. Trying to hit Niamh McElduff. Niamh has it. Niamh is shut down by 2 players though. She didn't have as much time as she thought, and now look, there's 5 players around her. She needs a bit of support. She gets the support there from Leanne McKiernan. Leanne is fouled, and it is going to be a free, and this will probably be the last action of this first half. There'll be a chance for Aoibhinn Daly to have a strike from here. Aoibhinn has scored 3 points today. She's probably hit 3 wayward as well, so she'd like to finish the half with a score, no doubt, and just settle her team after conceding that goal. And as I said, they do have the breeze in this first half. They'll need to score as much as they can. So here goes Daly. Daly sends it in, just arrows that one over the crossbar, and another score for her. She's up to 4 for the day. 2-4 now, plays 1-1 in favour of the Tyrone champions. I imagine Carol Collins, the match referee from Galway, is going to blow the half-time whistle here. He said 2 minutes. We played 2 minutes, and there it is. There is the half-time score. 2-4 for Éire, 1-1 for St. Kevin's. And you'd have to say Éire were on top for the majority of that first half. They did have the breeze. They got 2 goals and 3 points in the majority of that game. But towards the end of it, it was St. Kevin's who came back. They got the point through Roisin Maguire. They got a goal through Amy Murray. And then Aoibhinn Daly for Éire added another point. So it is Éire who lead at half-time. It's Éire 2-4. It's St. Kevin's 1-1. We're going to take a quick break for half-time, but don't worry, we'll be back in plenty of time for full coverage of the second half very shortly. Welcome back to Abbottstown for the second half of this AIB All-Ireland Junior B Club Final for 2025. If you're late joining us, Éire, Charraig Mhór lead this one 2-4 to 1-1. Their goals coming from Sorcha Gormley and Leanne McKiernan. St. Kevin's then struck back with a goal there from Amy Murray in the closing moments of that first half. In this second half, St. Kevin's will be playing with that strong breeze. The ball is in, the game is on, and away we go for that second half. Didn't see any changes there too, obviously, but we see him. We'll bring him to you as we go on. Number 17, 16 and 20 started for St. Kevin's, so it's numbers outside of that will be the changes. Big tackle coming in there, and it's won back there by Clark. Clark plays that across the field. It's bouncing. It's going to be gobbled up. Cunningham came out to get that. Gets it on the second attempt and is able to clear her lines. Knock it up the line. Nice bit of control there from the St. Kevin's defence. There's working the hand passes up through the lines. Oh, it's cut out there. And now it's sent back in. There is a bit of space. Nicely taken on the turn, on the spin. Getting the shot away first time. And that's gone over the bar. That looks like Niamh McElduff. She was given too much time and space, all on her own. She picked her spot and knocked it over the bar. Just watch it again there. Niamh there was all on her own. And it looks like Caoimhe Cunningham has come on there at half time. We'll keep an eye on that. We're number 15. We believe she has just made her way onto the field. And number 2, Caoimhe Mason, is the one to make way. As we're going to get going, a free in to St. Kevin's, going to be taken by Aoife Gregory. Aoife there just shy of the 45. That's the line there in front of her, fairly central. Oh, gets away with it. Pulls on it the second time. Sends it in. There still might be a bit of danger here. Again, a bit of a ruck forming inside there. And it is Éire who come out with it. And it's that player again, I think it was Sorcha Gormley who had it. Just helps it on. Ciara Clark now it's on hands and knees stuff. Oh, nice dispossession there. Can St. Kevin's do something with this one? As I said, they do have the breeze in this second half. It probably has died down just slightly. Still fairly strong, as you can see in the flags on the far side of the field. The referee gives it a free out in the end. Today's game has to be decided within the 60 minutes. If it ends a draw, we'll go to a replay. So free out now for Éire. As off camera we see the cup being set up. Both sets of players will be eager to get their hands on that in just under half an hour's time. So here goes Éire with the clearance. The free out goes long, dropping over the 265, still there, still on the ground. And who's going to get it? It looks like that was Niamh McElduff was fighting for it, but it has gone out of play and it has gone against her. It is going to be a line ball far side of the field to St. Kevin's in the red and black, the Loud senior champions. You can see the breeze there is fairly substantial. That one is left down maybe 20 or 30 yards, but it's Éire who have won it back again. Nice use of the stick there across to Nessa McElroy, and she plays in. There's loads of space here in front of us, just in front of our commentary position, but it is St. Kevin's who have won that one back, and they're able to run hard. There is Aoife Carroll. Aoife plays, really good ball right into the paw of Roisin Maguire. Roisin has a point from the first half. Can she get a second? She's been well closed down there. 2 or 3 players come in on top of her as Roisin was trying to get moving there, but now Amy Murray, the goal scorer from the first half, has it. Amy takes a couple of touches on the hurley. The referee says she's being fouled, and it is going to be a free in and a chance for St. Kevin's maybe to get their opening score of this second half. We see Minnie McCallan warming up there for Éire, where number 22, we might see her introduced later on. We'll concentrate on the play for now, as St. Kevin's has this free in a relatively scoreable position. Lucy Sheridan, Lucy takes that, and Lucy puts it over the bar. The former Loud inter-county player maybe didn't rise as well as she would have liked, but it doesn't matter. She managed to recover and strike it over the bar and just closes the gap ever so slightly. That's Daly, Aoibhinn Daly. The referee decides Aoibhinn Daly was foul there and is going to be a free in. She was under a bit of pressure there. 2 St. Kevin's players came in on top of her. The referee judged that she was fouled and it is going to be a free for her side that she will stand up and take. That's right between the 265s there. She's getting a bit of attention after that. Bit of a rattle she got there. Aoibhinn will stand up and take this and try to send this one into the danger area. She has 4 points from the first half. She may have stolen a few yards there, I think, but the referee, I don't think he has spotted it. He's a long way away at this stage. But here goes Aoibhinn with this one. Sends that one in. Dangerous enough one in around. Nicely taken. Turned, shot being released. Is it going in? It's going out to the left and wide in the end. Good pressure there from the St. Kevin's half back line. Just forcing the shot out to the left and wide. So here goes Tara Riley again. She's a granddaughter of the founder, Margaret, of course. She sends it over to the near side of the field. Oh, again, what a take there. This is Aoibhinn Daly. Aoibhinn Daly going strong here again. Still Aoibhinn with the shot. And she has sent that one. Oh, that is a let off for St. Kevin's. Aoibhinn was going strong there, but it did go off to the left and wide in the end. She was sharp there to get onto that one. She was sharp, as we said, but just didn't execute it at the very last second. Maybe the breeze got away from her. She was hitting into the breeze for the first time in this game. She had the breeze in the first half, so maybe it'll just take 1 or 2 attempts to get used to it. But it is St. Kevin's who are on the ball now. This is a good run. Sent on to Aoife Gregory now. Aoife, as we said, got 2 goals in the county final. She's yet to get a score here today, and on this occasion the free has gone against her and her side. And it is going to be another free now for Éire. Charraig Mhór. And out from the full back line is coming the free taker for this one. Again, this eats down the clock slightly now. We've still plenty of time to go, so I presume this isn't been used as a tactic in that sense. It's more used as a long free taker specialist here, playing into the breeze. It goes low, it is maybe trying to avoid that breeze. Sent in there, nicely taken on this Leanne McKernan. She tried to send that one in, but just doesn't go the required distance. St. Kevin's fighting for that one again. Sophie Cunningham involved in that one on the edge of that 2-point arc. 4 or 5 players get into 6, 7 players maybe even involved in it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The referee having a long look at it. He hasn't decided what he's going to do just yet. He says play on, and they have managed to work it out. And it's St. Kevin's who come again. That was Clara Cunningham. Throw it back outside. Lucy Sheridan is shut down there. In fact, sorry, it was Leanne Kiernan was shut down there. Still on the 45-yard line though. And again, the ball been dug out there, and it has eventually come out. Now a bit of pace has been injected. Now there might be a chance for Éire. Really good running. It's Circa Gormley. Circa Gormley again. Circa one way, then the other. Still Circa. 3-4 players trying to shut her down, and eventually they're forced to foul her, and it is going to be a free in. But the crowd here really come alive when Circa Gormley gets on the ball. She's a really low centre of gravity. She's quick, she's pacey, she's hard to stop once she gets going, and she has won her side a free on this occasion. Grace King also getting warmed up in front of us here for St. Kevin's. She'll be introduced in the coming minutes, it looks like, as we focus now on Aoibhinn Daly to take this free for Éire, the joint captain of the side. Here goes Aoibhinn. Ex-Tyrone County player. Strikes that one and strikes it over the bar. That's 5 for her now. 4 from frees and 1 from play. And Grace King now coming into the fray, and off comes Lily Carter. So on goes Grace King, wearing number 14, for what have we, 21 minutes left in this Junior B All-Ireland final. So on comes Grace King. Hope to make a contribution there for her side. 2-6 to 1-2. Her side are down by at the moment. She's hoping to make an immediate change to that, and she's on the ball. far side of the field, just into the fray, and she's already making a difference. Fine for it, under a bit of pressure over there. She's doing pretty well though. She's outnumbered. And Éire have come across again, and are they about to win this one? A little bit messy, far side of the field. There's Grace again, soccer style, plays it down into the corner. She looks full of confidence and energy. At this stage, she was trying to play that across to Aoife Gregory. The pass didn't go to the intended target though. But Aoife has it back again. She boots it forward across the field, but this time it falls to an Éire player, and they're able to just come out with this one again into a bit of space, as St. Kevin's had committed to that one. That looks like it was Nessa McElroy was the player who originally had the ball. It's eventually held on. Oh, good block there. Circa Gormley was trying to clear it. She was turned over, and Kevin's have got it back again, and the crowd are really getting into this one now. Roisin Maguire fighting for it. Still Roisin. Roisin looks up and sees Aoife Gregory now. Aoife has it on the 45. Aoife, what's she thinking? She's going to let it in long. She sends it in, but unfortunately for her point of view, goes out to the right and wide. And here's the sub we were talking about a few minutes ago. Number 22, Minnie McCallan is coming onto the field. So 22, Minnie McCallan is coming on, and off goes Michaela Daly. So Michaela Daly, the former Tyrone Minor, got a point in the Ulster final. She makes her way off the field, and Minnie McCallan comes on. Nicely picked up there by the goal scorer, Amy Murray. Here goes Amy. She's up to the 20 metre line. Amy with the shot. Oh, she's half blocked. Still there. Still might be dangerous. Still bouncing around. Pulled on. Still there on the edge of the square. But Éire just have the players back there, it looks like, and they're going to get away with this one. Looks like they have just about managed to work it out. But as I say, that's been turned over again. That was Lucy Sheridan. Lucy goes all the way out. Aoife Gregory. Aoife with the shot. And Aoife puts it over the bar. Aoife has threatened a few times. She had a shot a couple of moments ago that went wide. This time it goes over the bar. And that's a fine score from Aoife. Another player out there who's involved with the Louth County team, who was player of the match the last day out in the All-Ireland semi-final. She has a point here today. And Amy Murray there in front of us gets a replacement Hurley. They were both gripped up, so she's ready to go. 2-6 to 1-3 now. 1-3 in this game. That has been the cushion that Éire have had for a nice part of this game. Every time St. Kevin's get a little bit closer, they seem to knock on another score, but now Kevin's have the ball again, and they've worked it over to the far side of the field. This is Grace King again. Grace has it. Two players around her. Does well to dance past the two of them. Looking for some support. Goes back. Oh, the pass just doesn't go to hand. And Éire have won it back just beside the sideline, but now it has gone out of play. Far side of the field, and it gives St. Kevin's a chance to go again. And if one of their players are down, they're getting a bit of attention. So it's just cramp maybe. Across comes Kate Matthews to help out there, and there's good sports personship being shown out there as the cramp has been stretched out there. One of the Éire players helping out one of the St. Kevin's players. Good to see. Maybe it's a bit more than just that there as the physio comes in. So we'll have a brief pause as they get seen to. So 1-3 is what separates the sides. So St. Kevin's will have to double their score in the last 17 minutes or so to get back on parity in this game. As we said, a cold afternoon here in Abbottstown, so the referee won't want to stop this any longer than he has to, as the players are feeling it, the supporters are feeling it, everyone's feeling it. But again, the attention has to be given to the players that are injured. But I think we're going to be okay. She's up and she's ready to go. We can get going with the last 17 minutes or so of this All-Ireland final. Who knows what thrills and spills lie in store. So we'll, I'm not sure it's a line ball or a free. It looks like a line ball on the far side of the field. It is a line ball. That's sent across. Doesn't get the height she would have liked. Oh, nice block there though by Amy Murray. It doesn't work out for her. Now on to Grace King, who's been in plenty of balls since coming onto the field only 5 minutes ago. Definitely has made her presence felt out there. Ball still there on the ground. It's Éire who have won it back though. Again, it's not clear who has the ball just yet. Still a little bit messy, far side of the field, people throwing hurleys and sticks and feet and everything into this one, and it has popped out. St. Kevin's have it. That looks like it's Aoife Gregory. Lucy Sheridan trying to get onto that one, it doesn't pop up for her, and Éire Óg have it, and they're able to run quick and fast and driving forward. Aveen Daly goes to ground. The referee stays silent on this one, and now Amy Murray has it back. Amy loses her footing. It is December, the pitch up there, it looks in great condition, but a few of the players have slipped there in the last 60 seconds or so. But it is St. Kevin's who are back in possession of the ball. This is Leah Cunningham. Leah coming across the field. She's half blocked, but manages to get it as far as Cueve and Logue. Here goes Logue. Still going forward here. We saw her go a couple of runs like this in the first half. She's doing it again in the second half. She helps that one forward. Oh, nicely taken, good catch. Oh, just falls out of her hand at the vital moment maybe. And we're on the far side of the field, and it has gone on a play, and it is a line ball, and St. Kevin's have really upped the intensity in the last few minutes. They know it's an All-Ireland final. They may never get to another one again. They want to put in their best performance, but at the moment they're 1 goal and 3 points down. But they do have a free far side of the field that Lucy Sheridan is going to take. She has already scored one in this second half from the opposite side of the field. So this is out by the sideline. Given the angle, it's probably 40 odd metres out. Has she got the distance and accuracy? Let's see. She sends it in as a dropping one. Oh, it's bouncing, hits the side netting and goes out and wide. And that is one they could have done with getting something out of, but it's back in possession for Éire Óg. That ball is going to drop just inside the attacking half of the field from an Éire Óg point of view. They have got the ball, but they're slightly outnumbered. A 2-on-1 situation there. That was McCallan, and she's forced to put that one out over the line, and it is going to be a line ball now for St. Kevin's again. The crowd here, the local, I was going to say the locals are slightly more local than the Éire Óg ones though. St. Kevin's have travelled down in numbers, as have the Éire Óg supporters. St. Kevin's just trying to get their team going at the moment. Aoife Gregory now to take this one. So just teeing this one up. Here goes Aoife. Sends, good pace on that one. Gets maybe 50-60 yards on it. Not one cleanly. Still there though. Cueva Cunningham fighting for that one. So too is Amy Murray. Amy trying to dig that one out. Has she got it? Éire Óg committing players to it too. And who's got it in the end? Éire Óg looks like they may have it, but it's not clean. And now they have it. Now they have it clean. Now they're able to go. That looks like it's Orla McElduff. Orla plays that one forward. A collision between two Éire Óg players. They ran into each other in fairness on that occasion. The referee did the right thing as it was two Éire Óg players, but it gives the St. Kevin's defence a chance to come again, and that one is sent down into an attacking area. That's Cueva Cunningham. Cueva Cunningham going after that. Amy Murray is there. Amy Murray, again, as she's been all day, a constant thorn in that Éire Óg side. She's going quickly with that one. She saw a gap, exploited the gap, but unfortunately no one in red saw that gap as well. She was trying to get maybe into Grania Murray. Grania hadn't spotted what Amy was trying to do. And the ball has come back. The two sisters just maybe weren't on the same wavelength just there, but they may get a couple of more chances in this game. Fighting for that one. Roisin Maguire fighting for that one. Ciara Clark involved in that one. Sorcha Gormley involved as always. And Sorcha is fouled as she tried to run out there. Real athletic player there is Sorcha. Of course, she won an All-Ireland Intermediate with Tyrone in 2025. She was actually named the Intermediate Player of the Year in the ladies football last year, and you can see the skill and pedigree she brings to today's game as well. The dual star out there. So here goes Éire Óg taking this one, sending it long over the 45, far side of the near side of the field. That might drop kindly. Niamh McElduff is there to pick up the scraps. Can she do enough? St. Kevin's have committed players to this one. Clara Cunningham has it now, I think. Clara was half hooked. She tried to clear that one. Aveen Daly came in on top of that one, made it difficult. The referee is trying to let them sort it out themselves. 5 and 6 players, a bit of pulling and dragging going in there. It has come out. That was helped across the field by Clark. Clark gave it across to Leanne McKiernan. Leanne's ball wasn't the most accurate in the world. Kate Matthews is shut down there. Katie Matthews, I should say. Katie's still fighting for that one. Again, a 2-on-2, bit of a ruck forming here. What will the referee decide? The majority of the days let them work it out for themselves, and it has worked out on this occasion. Not the best ball in the world, but there might be a chance for Aoife Gregory fighting for this one. And eventually there's a push in the back, says the referee, and it is going to be a free into Éire Óg. That was a long sequence of play, And it has worked out to Éire Óg's advantage at this stage. About 11 minutes of normal time to go, and they lead by a goal and 3 points, and they have a free here just about on the edge of the scoring zone, you'd say, and they'll be in no hurry to take this one, you'd imagine. So Leanne McKiernan going across to retrieve the ball, taking on a bit of water as she's there. So yeah, we'll have a brief pause here as the players receive a bit of attention and maybe get a bit of water on board. Brian Brady there looking at his bench to decide what changes can I make in the last 10 minutes. Declan Sherlock doing likewise. And she's up. It was Niamh McElduff who was down getting the attention, but she seems to be up. Eve Bennett, number 18 for Éire Óg, also warming up in front of us. So we'll get going again with a free to Éire Óg, about 45-46 metres out. This one is struck by Aoibhinn Daly. She hits it to the left and wide, and she will not add to her tally of 5 points in this All-Ireland final just yet. So it's going to be Tara Riley to puck this one out for St. Kevin's. Her side need to get a score. They're 1-3 down, 9 minutes or just under 9 minutes to go. Fortunately for her, she doesn't find another player in red, and now it's Éire Óg who are able to march on, driving forward again. It's Aoibhinn Daly, just missed the free, trying to make amends. Lovely hook coming in there. She might get a second bite of the cherry. She has a second bite of the cherry, but she has stepped out over the line. The ball has gone out with her, and it is going to be a line ball to St. Kevin's. The St. Kevin's defence will be delighted with how that one worked out. They'll be hoping to take this one pretty quickly, though. They need to get the ball down to the other end of the field. They need to do it as quickly as possible. So Roisin Maguire again looking around her, looking for some support. Eventually decides to go short with that one. Her side have lost possession, it looks like, though. Éire Óg have won it back. Clever hand pass out to Leanne McKernan. Leanne got a goal in the first half. She's hooked there and blocked and loses possession here, but gets it back second occasion. One hand on the hurley, plays that one in, finds another player in black and amber. That player is Niamh McElduff. Niamh has the 3 players around her, somehow gets that hand pass away. Back a little 1-2, back outside as far as Niamh. What a score, what team play, what ingenuity and interplay, and eventually finished by Niamh McElduff. And that might just be enough to keep St. Kevin's at bay, to take the wind out of their sails. But look at the little 1-2 here. McElduff got into space and strikes it off the left hand side and over the bar. St. Kevin's haven't given up on this one just yet, though. But Éire Óg are working hard, still working hard. That was Gormley involved in that one. She loses it, though, for a rare occasion in this game. But Éire Óg did manage to win the ball back, and they have won a free in their own half back line. It's going to be taken by Orla McElduff. In fact, it's not. They're going to retake her, are they? Bit of confusion over who's going to take this free into the last 7 minutes of normal time. There has been a few stoppages, though, so you would expect at least 2 minutes or so to be added on at the end of this one. And that one is sent around the 45 line, and it has gone out of play in the end. So line ball coming up to Éire Óg. Charraig Mhór going to be taken by Aoibhinn Daly. So here goes Aoibhinn, looking for a few runners. She gets a runner there out of the corner of her right, tried to spot her, just doesn't get the purchase on it she would have liked, and it's turned over there. And Kevin's have it back through Maguire. Roisin Maguire always tries to go forward when she gets on the ball. This time, though, she's been put to ground. Still there, though. Roisin fined for that. In fact, it wasn't Roisin who was put to ground in the end. It was actually Caroline Lowe, but either way the ball is hopping around there. Charraig Mhór have got it back. That one is sent down over the line. Is it going to stay in? Is it going to stay in? Just about to keep in. Gormley does really well. She really gave her heart and soul to that one and kept it in. Is it going to be worth it? She sent an inviting one inside, but no player in black and amber is on the end of it, and it is going to come back out. Good defending from St. Kevin's. This is Clara Cunningham again. Clara going forward here. Oh, Clara runs into Gormley and the referee gives a free in. I think Clara was trying to do what Sorka did in the first half, put the ball over Gormley's head, but just didn't get the purchase on the ball. And in the end, it is going to be a free in, as we have about 5.5 minutes left of normal time in this All-Ireland Junior B final. So it's going to be Aveen Daly to go again. Aveen, 5 points to her name in this game, in this All-Ireland final. Can she make it 6? So here goes Aveen, striking on the right, dropping in, it's dropping dangerously. Oh, where is it? It's still around there, still to be fought for. That could have went anywhere, but it eventually cleared out there by Tara Riley. Tara gets it up to the halfway line or thereabouts. Kevins need to win this ball. Éire are not letting that happen though. They're on the attack again, far side of the field. And I was following the ball, so I didn't quite see what happened there. There is a Kevins player gone down though. She's back up though, fairly quickly. That's Gemma Murray. Gemma is back up. There was an Éire player gone down as well. We'll see a replay of it here again, just off camera there. Yeah, there was a few rash. Gemma Murray there, if the referee saw that, could be in a bit of bother. She did maybe react after an altercation before that. She did probably lash out. Did the referee see it? Gemma could be in bother here with 5 minutes to go. Chances are referees often in this occasion just give 2 yellows, but if he saw fully what Gemma Murray there was probably a strike. What is he going to decide? What is Carol Collins? He has decided to give 2 yellows in the end, and I think Gemma might be lucky enough with that one, but she has got a yellow in the end, and so too has the Éire player. We're just going to go back and look at that one. It came in, it was a dangerous one, it bounced all the way in. I think some of the Éire players thought it actually had hit the net, but it hadn't. It stayed out and the score remains 2-7 to 1-3. And we're expecting another sub there for St. Kevin. It's going to be Mary Lynch coming onto the field. She's wearing number 4. She was due to start, but she's going to come on now for the last 3.5 minutes of normal time or so. St. Kevin's need to give one last push, or will Éire hang on and be crowned All-Ireland Junior B champions for 2025. St. Kevin's now going again. You got a bit of a spring in their step. Here, out comes the goalie. We talked about Tara Riley. She's able to play out the field as well. Now we're seeing it in the last 5 minutes. Can she be the hero? It's definitely giving the crowd a bit of a lift to see her up the field. As we said already, she has won league titles in Louth at minor and senior level as a forward, so we know she can do it up there. They have the ball again to Roisin Maguire. Roisin plays it out to Amy Murray. Amy on the 45, steadies herself. Has Amy, man, it's off the post and over the bar. And that's 1-1 now for Amy Murray. And it has inspired her side. They go up to 1-4 now. Amy just stood out here on the edge of the ruck and the edge of the bother where she wouldn't be shut down, and she knocks that one over the bar. And number 18 and number 19 have come on. So number 18, Eve Bennett, we talked about her here, and Aveen Gallagher has also come on for Éire. So changes aplenty for the last, what have we got? Just over 2 minutes of normal time, but there has been a couple of stoppages. So it'll be up to the referee, Carol Collins, to decide how long we do play in the end. Dropping in again, this could be dangerous. It could be very dangerous if Éire get onto it, and they may get onto it here. It's Leanne McKiernan who got a goal in the first half. She has it, but she's pushed out towards the sideline and she eventually has lost possession. She thinks it's a 45. The umpires don't agree with her, and it's going to be a puck out. That one is sent long again. Huge puck out there. Dropping down. Oh, it just wouldn't stick for Cunningham. Quiva Cunningham just couldn't get the ball in the hand. The ball might drop here. There's going to be a race here, and Roisin gets there. Roisin Maguire gets there. She loses her footing though. Still fighting for that one is Gallagher. The judges have fouled in the end, and we're seeing the board. Oh no, there's another sub going on here. Number 27 for St. Kevin's. 27 is Lauren Gregory. So off comes Gemma Murray and on goes Lauren Gregory. Kevins haven't given up on this one. Their vocal support here is trying to drive them on. So pause here as a few players receive a bit of attention. Roisin Mhór is down getting attention, but Aoife Gregory is going to take this one. Aoife sent it in, good power on that one. It's batted back out, and Éire are going to pick up the scraps on this one again. Oh, a bit of a rugby tackle coming in there right in front of the referee's nose. And we're going to have 4 minutes to be added on at the end of this one, which seems about right. Is it enough time for St. Kevin's to come on? Is it enough time for Éire to increase their advantage? All will be revealed in the next 4 minutes or so. Who will be crowned the 2025 Junior B AIB All-Ireland Camogie champions? So again, we're paused for an injury, and this will be added on to that 4 minutes, no doubt, as we see both sets of subs come onto the field for the last few minutes. The Éire ones looking excited. They're hoping to charge the field in the next 4 minutes if things go their way. St. Kevin ones look slightly more sombre, but they've had a great year today getting this far, and who knows what can happen. We've played about 30 seconds of that 4 minutes, but that no doubt will be added on. Brian Malloy, the Camogie president, is here. He'll be presenting the cup. We saw him before the game in the parade, being introduced to the players. The cup is down in front of us. Where is it going? Is it going to Louth? Is it going to Tyrone? At the moment, it is the Tyrone side, Éire, who are 2-7 to 1-4 in front. So that's 13 points to 7. You do feel St. Kevin's probably need a goal in the next play. Oh, and they might have a chance here, as that one isn't taken very well by Gallagher, Emma caught Gallagher. Now in on top of that, Kevin's need to attack this one for the last 2 or 3 minutes or so, and that's what they're trying to do at the moment, throwing everything they have at this one. It has popped out. This looks like it's Grace King. Grace King on the back foot as she strikes down. It's going to bounce, it's tricky. Oh, but Tara, he does well back there. That could have caught her out. She has been largely untested in this game, but held her nerve there to gather that one and clear it out, and now Éire are able to come again, but Kevins aren't going to make it easy for them. They have won the ball back. This is Cunningham. She plays that down. In fact, it wasn't Cunningham, it was Katie Matthews. She plays that down into the corner, trying to hit Tara Riley, who's come out from the goals. Tara put in a block there, but doesn't make a connection, but it will come back to St. Kevin's. Oh, it just wouldn't come down there for Clara Cunningham. Now it's Roisin Mhór. Roisin has it. Now Roisin is going strong here. Look at how just too slow there, and a really good hook coming in there from Niamh McElduff. But it comes back to Mhór again. Again she's blocked down. Really good hooking and blocking on display here in this one. Now there's one more chance maybe for Caroline Logue. We know she loves to run with the ball on the stick. She's been met there though, forced to kick it forward here. The ball's still going forward. Still St. Kevin's with the momentum, but just at the last moment Éire have won it back, and they've worked it up to Aveen Daly again. Aveen has it. Aveen has lost possession now, just as I say that though. 2.5 minutes over the 60 we've played, so about 90 seconds to be added on, but there'll probably be another 30 or so due to the injury in injury time. The referee has given a free. Now this might be St. Kevin's last chance. They need to throw the kitchen sink at it. They're bringing on another substitution. They're bringing on number 19 there. Number 19 is Mary Taff. She's coming onto the field for the last 2 minutes or so. What can she do as she moves in close to the goal, as all the St. Kevin players should do at this stage? So it's going to be taken there by Lauren Gregory. Lauren Gregory just inside the 45. She'll have to float this one in and hope it gets a touch. Even then they'll need to win the next couple of balls after that one. That one is sent in, it's bouncing, it's dangerous. Oh, it's helped on! Is it going to go into the net? It's just gone over the bar. It was a backwards flick, and it has gone over the bar. A fairly acrobatic attempt. It has gone over. We'll watch the replay here. A point is probably a bit too little too late at this stage. That one could have went anywhere else. It was just scooped up and over, and just finishes over the bar. I think it might have been Tara Riley was the one who scooped that one over in the end. Unfortunately for her, it didn't go under the net. Yeah, it was Tara Riley who put it over. It's now 1-5 to 2-7, but what have we played? We're coming up on the 4 minutes. There might be another 30 seconds added to that, but Éire look like they have done enough. They look like they're about to claim the All-Ireland Junior B title for 2025. And now it's still St. Kevin haven't given up. Roisin Mhór helped across as far as Gregory again. Gregory trying to move things forward. She's forced to go back as far as Mhór. Now Mhór sends that across the field. Batted down. Tara Riley involved there again, the player who played the majority of this game in goals. She's out there. She scored the last point. She's waiting on the edge of the ruck here. She's putting in a tackle. That looks like Gormley went down. Was she fouled? Tara still in there. Now it's Grace King has it. Another one who came off the bench and has made a big contribution for her side. She's still going for it. She has no hurley. I don't think she's playing soccer style with it. The ball is still there. It just wouldn't come up out of the ground. And where has the ball been turned over now? It looks like it's with St. Kevin's. It's with St. Kevin's number 10, Lucy Sheridan. Lucy Sheridan has plenty of players in front of her, needs some support. Comes across the field. It's caught by Roisin Maguire. It's not caught by Roisin Maguire. She has it again. Now Roisin, can she let fly? Roisin goes to the shot. Oh, it's half blocked. Now Tara Riley, the goalie. And she's half blocked. And what drama we've had. But that's it. It's all over. The final whistle has been blown. 1-7 to 2-5. Or I should say 2-7 to 1-5. 2-7 to 1-5. Éire are the All-Ireland Junior B champions. And they were full value for the win, to be fair. In the last 10 minutes or so, St. Kevin's really threw everything at them. But Éire, at half time, they led 2-4 to 1-1. And they just held on then in that second half. Really good display from both sides. But it is going to be Éire who are the All-Ireland champions for 2025. Just to go down through some of their scores there. Starting, I suppose, at the back, moving up through the team. Circa Gormley there, wearing number 8 on the field. She got the goal. A really, really good goal. One we'll see plenty of, and one that really epitomised the skill level of this All-Ireland final. She got one. Looking on then inside, Leanne McKiernan, she also got a goal there, wearing number 10. Niamh McElduff, 11. She got 2 points. Aveen Daly, she got 4 in the first half and 1 in the second half. So number 8 for Éire, she really threw herself around her. We talked about her a minute ago. Circa Gormley, she was absolutely outstanding, and she is going to be our man of the match, player of the match, I should say, in today's game. So the player of the match is Circa Gormley. She finished with that goal. She never stopped working. She ran up and down the field all day, and she will be presented with the player of the match trophy very shortly. Full time score here, 2-7 Éire, 1-5 St. Kevin's. And you can see the Éire players celebrating down there to our left hand side. They came down from Tyrone, they knew what they had to do, and they got the job done. In fairness to St. Kevin's, they did have a great year, winning their own county title again, winning Leinster and getting to the All-Ireland final. But today is all about Éire Charraig Mhór and their side, who came down here today and will go back home with the cup. We're going to stay on now for that cup presentation in a couple of moments' time. Aveen Daly will be the player to receive that. She is the joint captain, of course, with Ailish Coyle. Ailish, who got injured in the first round of the championship in Tyrone after about 10 minutes. She got injured, and since then she has come on board with the management team as a selector and has really contributed in her own way to today's victory. Huge day for Éire Charraig Mhór as they claim the cup for 2025, and we will have that presentation very shortly on the field. And in a very sporting manner, the majority of the St. Kevin's supporters have stayed on here both to commiserate with their own team and to congratulate the Éire side.
I'd like to thank Terry and everybody in involved in the GAA here in Abbottstown. A, for making the pitch available to us, but B, for the quality of the pitch that they've made available to us. Any of you who are involved in Gaelic games around the country know the amount of rain that we've had over the last number of weeks and months. And if you look out on that surface today, there are very few pitches, bar probably Croke Park, that are in as good condition for our players in this Junior B All-Ireland final to be playing on today. So I deeply appreciate it, and I'd ask you to show your appreciation, please, to Abbottstown GAA for the facilities they've made available to us here today. I want to thank our referee, Carl, and his team of officials. It's always a good sign when nobody's talking about the referee and nobody mentions the referee. It shows they've done their good job in a quiet way on the pitch and made sure that we had a great spectacle game. So thank you, and can I ask you to show your appreciation to Carl, please, and his referees and his officials for the job they did for us today. AIB are the sponsors of our club competition, and they are fantastic sponsors. As you know, they sponsor all 4 codes, and without AIB we don't have a club championship. They're represented here today by James Murgatroyd. I'd like everyone to show their appreciation, please, to AIB for the fantastic sponsorship they give to our club game. It's hugely, hugely appreciated. I have 2 presentations to bring you through today. On the game itself, a comment was passed to me just in the last few minutes, where if you watched the vast majority of that game, you wouldn't have noticed there was a score difference, because it was nip and tuck and both teams gave everything. Kevin's, he fought up to the very last second of that game. You gave it absolutely everything. It wasn't your day today, but you should be very proud of yourselves. Being in an All-Ireland final is in itself a huge achievement. It's a disappointment when you don't win it on the day, but don't lose sight of the fantastic achievement you've had in terms of getting to this All-Ireland final in the first place. Even getting out of Leinster is a huge challenge for any team, so be proud of yourselves, keep the heads up and keep going. So very well done to Kevin's. Éire, from the off, this was a very dominant display by yourselves. You threw yourselves into it, and when Kevin's came back at you, you didn't wilt, you fought the whole way through. You are deserving All-Ireland winners. And can I first of all call on the player of the match? Can I first of all call on the player of the match, who is your number 8, Circa Gormley, who will be presented by James Murgatroyd. And can I now ask your joint captains to come forward on behalf of your team, please? In order to receive the cup on behalf of Éire as this year's 2025 Junior B All-Ireland champions. Well done. Good performance. Very well done.
It's an honour for me today to lift this cup on behalf of the senior ladies. At the start of the year, we set out to win our first ever intermediate title. Now we've been crowned Ulster and All-Ireland champions. I'd like to thank Abbottstown for the use of their facilities. It was in perfect condition today. I'd like to thank the referee and officials, because without you today wouldn't have been possible. To the supporters that followed us down through the years, we couldn't thank you enough. Today you've got us over the line. Turn down for me.
I just want to mention St. Kevin's. It was a massive battle out there. Watching it was like a war zone, but I'm sure we'll probably meet you again. Alright, so a big round of applause for St. Kevin's. I think so. There's not much words that I can put into for this group of girls. I sent a message to each individual last night, and I just instilled to believe in themselves and believe in this group of girls, and by God they did it, and I'm stole the show. I genuinely I can't put into words what this group of girls mean to me. I put in probably one of the toughest years, and these girls were an unbelievable band of sisters. So Ogies Abu, you'll see us in Quinn's Corner tonight.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Out. I'm delighted to be joined by the Éire Charraig Mhór winning manager, Declan Shuterlock. Declan, give us your thoughts on that one. Just the final whistle only blowing maybe the last 10 minutes or so. How are you feeling?
Deservedly winners because the way we played today. We were very worried coming into it because St. Kevin's had been putting up some high scores and they had some really speedsters, and we worked on trying to harness those people, and not live as effective, and the girls took it on board for the last few weeks, and it came out. And I think, these things don't come around too often, but there wasn't one bit of space for St. Kevin's out there. Our girls were on top of it, and the referee did a great job. I'm blown away. I'm emotional. It's just well deserved.
You seem to do most of that hard work in that first half. You had a good lead built up 2-4 to 1-1. How much has you targeted a good start?
We targeted the start because we actually lost the toss, and Kevin's decided to go against the wind, which we were going to go with the wind anyway. So actually we won the toss sort of in a roundabout way. And so we said we need to put up a wind because we knew what happens in the second half. And it is very gusty here. The puck-outs were hard for the girls. But we targeted a lot of scores. We didn't target goals, target points, but it worked out. We got 2-4 in the first half, which is good. You know what I mean? It's good because there's nothing easy out there in All-Ireland final.
An All-Ireland final win, you mentioned it's emotional. Of course it's emotional. What does this win to you, and what does it mean to the club?
We were playing junior last year, lower junior, and our first focus last year was the Bridie McMenamin, which we had lost previous year semi-final against Cushendall young team. And we said, girls, look, we need a target. So we went and did that, and we says, right. So we ended the year, all the celebrations done for the Bridie McMenamin, and we wanted an intermediate title in Tyrone. And although people say this is bonus Terry, it wasn't really. Once we finished that target, which we beat Derry Latin for the first time ever, we reset our target, and then we reset the next match, and we reset, and then lo and behold, 2 weeks later after the semi-final we had to set our sights, and this is a quick turnaround. But the girls are very together. They really work hard for each other, and they've got some brilliant offloading and support, and so they deserve it.
What do you think it's going to do for the club? What's it going to do for Camogie?
If you look around here, these young girls here and stuff like that with flags and zuzuzelas, whatever you call them, like that's what it is. And we kept a big panel this year of even girls who aren't old enough because they wanted to train with us, and we're trying to bridge that gap from all the way last year under 16 all the way up. And the club has grown from strength to strength. The amount of competitions the Camogues and the hurlers have won at A level underage is just fantastic. And if it keeps going, we'll probably end up with 2 senior teams, 3 even, because the numbers are massive. And it's because of these girls with something to go for, they have caused that.
Eilish Coyle there talked about it there in her acceptance speech. It's been a tough year for her, but she's come in, she's adapted to what's happened to her. Talk to us a little bit about her.
Look, we have 2 captains, one on the field, one off the field. Our first match this year was against Eglish, and she did an ACL. And of course that was depressing for her because she's the heartbeat along with Aoibhín, the other captain. So Alicia came into the management, and she's a sort of strength and conditioning and fitness background, and she started taking the warm-ups, and she texts the girls, she organises her time, and she's become a leader off the pitch, while Aoibhín has stepped up take it on the pitch. So without her, this isn't much to her as it is to anybody, and more so because she's totally driven, she's totally involved in this club, and she's totally deserves where she is today. She's devastated she's not playing. If she could have a hurl over there and be on pucking every ball, she would. But unfortunately, just not the case. The injury next year, maybe next year.
Brilliant, Declan. Thanks very much for talking to us. Enjoy the celebrations. That's about all we have time for here in Abbottstown. Really hope you enjoyed our coverage. My name is Paul Jenkins. Thanks very much to Dave on camera and production. We'll be back again very, very soon. Welcome back to Abbottstown. We said we couldn't go without speaking to the player of the match, Sorcha Gormley. How are you feeling after that one? All-Ireland champions again for the second time this year for you.
Yeah, well, this one's definitely something special with your club. Like you dreamed to play in All-Ireland and to be with your club is just something, it's just unbelievable. I can't put it into words.
Talk to us about the game yourself and what you remember about it.
Well, when you got out here, that the game against St. Kevin's was always going to be a battle. An All-Ireland final's never going to be easy, and suppose in the first half we knew we had the breeze, so if we could use it to a wee bit of our advantage, and luckily we got a few lucky goals maybe you could say, but I mean we knew at half time that if we got ourselves in a good enough position, we came out, we know that there's hard work in us, and the games all year we pushed it out to the very end, and thankfully we did it again today.
You called it a lucky goal, but talk to us about your own goal. What were you thinking? What was going through your head as you ran through?
Well, I'd say I'd fumbled it going towards the goals, but luckily it bounced back to me, and when you're in a place like that, just hit it low and hopefully something works out.
It was a brilliant piece of skill though. You knocked it over the defender's head and you caught it again. Is that something you try and train in a lot?
Not really. Sometimes things just happen and you just sort of go with the flow.
All-Ireland champions, as we said. What do you think this is going to mean to the club?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Like at the start of the year, as they said in their speech, that we set out to win our first ever intermediate championship, and like an All-Ireland is a long way down a ladder like that, but whenever we regrouped after the county final, we sort of, I mean, it was there and there was a chance to get there if you really wanted to, and we all, to be fair to that group of girls, put our shoulders to the wheel and we put in the hard work, and thankfully the stuff that's not seen, the training, the cold nights, the wet, it showed today, and thankfully we're coming home with a cup.
Yeah, you especially though, if you're involved with the Tyrone ladies football team, you won the intermediate this year. How hard was it for you to juggle the two of them?
Well, I mean, it's a lot. Sometimes you're been pulled every road, you know, if you can do it, but thankfully, I mean, Declan has always been very understanding of the football commitments, and same with our Tyrone manager Darren's always understood the camogie, and whenever my Tyrone was in peak season, you do a bit of camogie here and there, but it's more football focused, but for the camogie I've sort of put the football aside for now, and done the camogie, but I'll be back at the football now next week, I'd say, and we'll push on for next year.
Well, congratulations, thanks very much for talking to us and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Circa Gormley there, Éire number 8, their goal scorer and their player of the match, of course, on a huge day for herself, her club, and indeed the Tyrone County. Right, that's definitely all we have time for this evening. We just said we wanted to have a quick word with the player of the match. I think it was well worth having a chat with her. Thanks very much for your company again, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.